It's so slippy.
They have the same problem.
Oh, in where?
Broccoli.
Oh, really?
They live in.
That's what I'm doing today.
Oh.
One of my jobs.
So the history
It's unbelievably muddy and slippy underfoot. So I'm trying to be really careful. And what a great start to a session. There's loads of folk around. We've got Sheena and Pat and Gary. I just want to show you something. And I'm going to give you a new word. Now, can you get a sense of how muddy it is? It's outside my shed. Look, I'll show you that. You see that skid mark? Our Sheena's just gone flying. And I've just been told a new word by our Sheena. Sheena, what was the word?
Plouter.
Plouter.
What a plouter you've made.
She said, I've made a... Hang on a minute. I've made a plouter.
I've never seen such a plouter in all my life as you just made this. This is terrible.
Am I getting told off for making a mess? So, can I just point out though that this skid, that's my big footprint, plouter, and you reckon it might be a Scottish word, Sheena?
I think so.
It sounds Scottish.
If anybody knows any better, please let me know. But look at this, the amount of standing water. Look, this is my neighbour's strawberry bed. That's my muddy path. Right.
I grew up in Scotland, Vivi, so they just come out sometimes, some of these words.
I love them. But I think it's, pot sign, take them down, wade through the mud, go and find my tools and get on with the work. Glorious mud. So this is our Sheena, hard at work this morning this afternoon, a lovely sky up there. But this plot is between Sheena and me, and it was given up last year by someone who's moved out of London. And the trees have got out of control. What's our official height supposed to be, Sheena?
6 feet.
How tall are you?
5'4".
So, yeah, look at it all. Look at it all down there.
Generous, Vivi.
I tell you what, Sheena, there's going to be some nice support sticks down there.
Absolutely. I was thinking that. Would you like some, Vivi?
No, you get first dibs because you're doing the work.
Whoops.
So
You've been the one who has been suffering the timber.
Yeah,
they
haven't been going in necessarily the right direction. Which one's next? Actually, these aren't too bad now, and I think then, like Sheena was just pointing out, none of us are fruit tree experts, but it's just to get the worst of the height out, and then later on we can come in and prune in a more finessed way. God, that's a nice stick. Yeah, we need to get... We could do with... You know what would be great is if one of us, even just one of us on the whole site, took a fruit tree pruning course, and then we could all teach each other. I don't know what that one... I think...
Or just one person does it for everybody.
Yeah. I'll learn. You can pay me. Yeah. I can't remember what that one is. Is that another apple? That, as far as I remember, that one's never fruited.
I
but
think this is some
look at it. You see, and this, herein lies the lesson. All of these trees, and now that one has got to be 15 foot tall. All of these trees were those kind of trees, you see them at the cheapy supermarkets like Lidl and Aldi, and they were all sold as dwarf rooting stock. When my neighbour bought them, I remember them going in. Dwarf rooting stock. Well, there's absolutely nothing. Oh, here's our Gary. Oh, Gary, have you got treasure?
I'm having a shed clear.
Gary's been clearing out his shed. Look, into the light. Oh, is that air pots?
I found them no better than my normal pots.
Oh, you did. So they were no better than ordinary pots for you?
2 years and they were no better. And I think that it's a flawed design.
Was it a bit of a gimmicky thing?
Couldn't have them on the patio because the soil will run out the side.
Oh, well.
One issue.
Thank you for offering. I actually don't need any pots at the moment, but Sheena, if you fancy having a go.
No. Yeah, well,
Sheena never says no.
They're fine, but they're not big enough for what I want them before. So, you know.
What a lovely start to my day. Okay, so now that I'm in here properly, I'll explain what I'm about to do. It's just, you know, it's so lovely today. We've had, like, I know I've mentioned it a gazillion times, but we really have been having a lot of rain days. So the chances are when any of us pop down here for a harvest or whatever, we keep missing each other. So to just see 2 or 3 other faces today, have conversations, it's made us giddy. It's that beautiful thing of the energy you can get from other people just by being with other people. Wonderful, wonderful. I really do have a beautiful community here. I'm so lucky. Anyway, and also, just thinking of that plouter, as Ishina described my mucking up of the mud, she thinks it's a Scottish word, I don't know. Maybe it's a Dorset word, I don't know. But I was looking at it really closely. There's something really beautiful about it, and I was saying, imagine if I found that as a fossil. Gorgeous. Except it would be too big to add to my fossil collection, which is really tiny, all tiny bits in my bathroom. But anyway, yes, a bit of a digression, but just, you know, let's embrace these moments when we come together at distance and we can smile, giggle, and share a little bit of time together. Now, on with today. So, as you saw, I've brought my plot sign down to the shed. I'm probably not going to get on with that today. No. 1 year later, after scavenging the fence post to use as a new pole, probably not going to get on with it today because I'm going to focus on my other job. There's not a huge amount of light left today. It's a really late start to the day because it was lashing all morning, so I didn't get here till 1. It's now, I don't know what the time is. We've all been mucking around, so it's gone 2. I'm going to try to lift and divide my tree lily. I'm a little bit nervous about it because I don't want to kill it. Because it's such a feature in the garden, and every summer in the 2nd, 3rd week of July, everyone comes to my garden to look at and photograph that beautiful, beautiful plant. There are even people like Gary's wife, for instance, who doesn't really come down here. She always comes in the middle of July to see the lily. If she's not been down, she'll say to Gary, "Is the lily out yet? Is the lily out?" And when he says to her, "Yes, it is," she comes over. So I really don't want to kill it because I derive so much pleasure from it, as do not only my plot friends, but their wives, husbands, partners, what have you. And the reason I'm nervous about that is because I've never done it before. And I've never seen it done either. So I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to have to go by common sense a bit. All I know is that when I mentioned it at the end of last summer, you lovely people advised me to leave it to die right back and to do it in the winter. I think I would have liked to have got it done at the end of December. However, we suddenly had that week where the ground was frozen solid, so I didn't do it. And then we had all the rain, so I didn't do it. And the reason I want to get on with it now, right at the beginning of February, is because I think it's going to be starting to sprout soon, if it hasn't already. So yeah, it's time. Hello, Mr. Rusty. It's time to get a giddy up with it. How you doing, buddy? So, without further ado, I've got all my kit down there already. Let's go and see what lies beneath. Right then, I'm armed with my fork. I'm going down. Just to say, there's a bit of a breeze picking up, so it may... Oh, pretty bird song though. We may have sound troubles. I'm going to bring you in closer and point you at the soil so you can see what's happening. I did, if you remember those crocosmia bulbs, corms probably, I was thinking about popping some in here, but actually they can be a bit invasive. So I'm not going to do that today. They're going to go over by the new flower bed, by the compost bins. So, right, let's crack on, because that breeze and the sun's dipping, it's getting chilly. Let me bring you over for a gander. So as you can see, well hopefully you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of last year's stems. So I'm just going to use those to sort of guide me down. I thought I'm just going to go around, lever it somewhat, because I can't even remember what this bulb looked like. Maybe I need to bring some of this all away from the area. The thing is, I put it in so long ago, I actually can't even remember how deep it goes. Don't worry about all these Douglasii, Limnanthes Douglasii. I always want to say Douglasii first, because they will come back. There's that much seed now in the soil. I'll have them forever. Right, I think I'm going to have to break my golden rule and actually stand on this bed for now. But it's not really somewhere that vegetables go, it's more where the flowers end up going. Now, what I'm thinking is, gosh, it goes down a way. Oh dear. Oh gosh, that was a real scraping sound. Is that the... I think, have I hit them? Oh la la! I think I need to make another... Gosh, I think this is deeper than I anticipated. And part of me is thinking, because I am really nervous about destroying it, that if I can get this clump off, I might, do you know what, if that one there, I might leave that entirely alone and hope that if everything else gets wrecked, then that can be my survivor. Goodness me, it doesn't want to play. Now, oh my goodness, wow, I've speared it a bit, but can you see? Wow, hang on a sec. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Oh, I've proper speared it. Right, well, at least from that, I can't actually see what you're seeing. Let me hold it up like that. At least from that I can see how big one of the bulbs is. I proper speared that. Oh my goodness me. Okay, well at least seeing that gives me an idea of how much space for getting the others out. Did that come with its bulb? No, that's just the dead stalk. Oh yes, another. Let me show you what I'm seeing down there, and then I think for now I'll tuck you all away whilst I work on this, because I realise it's a bit huffy and puffy. Let me just show you what I'm seeing down there. So starting here for scale, I mean, look at the size of that. That's my hand. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And then this down here, this is what I've just hit. Well, not quite hit. Okay, so that's been about 10 inches down. Yeah, 20 centimetres, 25 centimetres down. So I'm going to aim for this one, this one, this one, this one because it's in front of the sign, and if I can, just bring one of them back, and then I'm going to replant that in a different part of the garden, whereby if I have skewered it to death, it won't matter. Oh, let's get digging, Vivi. Wow, I cannot get over the size of this. massive. I just went to show it to Gary and he's like, what? Now, that second one I showed you, I was kind of trying to cut around it with the fork, trying to see what was down there. Hang on, let me put that down a second, without doing any damage. Trying to follow the different stalks down. But actually it looks like there's only one more, possibly two more in the ground. And I suddenly became really nervous about breaking them. Breaking? Is that the word? Skewering them, killing them. And because this is the up here on the top of the end of the garden, because this is my main one, I really don't want to destroy it. So I've panicked, chickened out, I've just covered it all back over. This one, this big one that I just showed you, I did properly skewer it. I'm going to put it in the ground anyway and just hope for the best. And meanwhile, also hope that I haven't damaged my main plant too much. I think it's one of those things, though, that I love it so much. If I have wrecked it, it is something I'd fork out money to buy again. Right, should we go and find a new home for this beast? Come on. Right then, X marks the spot. This little top end of the herb bed. Is this ground? This ground hasn't been disturbed for a long time, so it might be a bit of a dig effort. It's weird having my my spade out. I rarely use my spade. Don't worry where the orange tug is. It's perched between the shoots of the bulbs which are emerging. So like I said, I've no idea. Oh, sorry, worms. I've no idea if this bulb will forgive me for skewering it. So, all of you out there, send some hope vibes into it. Wish it luck on its way. So that's about as deep as it was in my top bed. Where are you? Oh, just gotta have one more look at the size of it. Look, it's like the size of my head. Goodness me. To be honest, I wouldn't normally advise working with the soil when it's this wet and this claddy, but like I said earlier, I really wanted to get on with this before it had a chance to start sprouting again. Right, give it a good... Well, I want to firm it, but I don't want to compact it. Yeah. Definitely a case of hope over expectation. And let's just hope I haven't killed the mama one up at the top of the garden. Right, I think I'm going to go and get some very last of the wood chips, get this mulched and the rest of the bed. And then, I think it's one of those days where, excuse me, I may have to take my gloves home for a wash. Oh, sticky, sticky, sticky. Good sticky. Good, well, it's in its new home now. Whether it lives or dies, I don't know. Here's hoping. And I've just been over to the wood chip pile. Oh my goodness, it really was the last dregs. But I've carried on mulching here, a little bit more over there, and around the rhubarb, because the friend who I was going to dig the rhubarb out for has in the meantime been given one by someone else. So I think in the absence of me getting hold of some sort of receptacle to make a wildlife pond for yet, I might as well just leave this rhubarb in where it is. I mean, look, it really wants to grow, doesn't it? Silly beggar, it's too early. Oh, but that gorgeous pinkness. Lovely. Yeah, this is the very, very last dregs of the wood chip, and as you can see, there's probably quite a bit of soil I've dragged up and bits of grass too. But that's most of the bed done. I could do with a little bit more just to go around underneath the hyssop. But you know what? It'll do for now. And the main thing is the tree lily bulb that I skewered is in. Hope, hope, hope. Now, I just want to show you something else. Shall we walk up my path? I'm going to take you somewhere. The crocosmia that Catherine gave me, I will get in another day. I'm going... I mean, look at the state. Look at the state of my path. Honestly, I really wouldn't normally advise during this kind of weather, but I really wanted to get that tree lily moved before it sprouts. Yeah, the crocosmia I'm going to plant another day. Gary just messaged Catherine to see if we can find out exactly which variety it is. But in the meantime, I don't know, it looks like a lucifer to me. So... Bare patch. Oh, please, please, please. Everyone send your positive thoughts. Please let this have survived. So I thought, oh, I'll just nip over to Catherine's plot. She's been wood chipping her paths too. Because I wanted to see where she'd taken out the crocosmia and what sort of gap it had left. But on my way to look, I came this way. On my way to look what I spied down here. Oh, isn't that a sight to make your heart glad? I know one of my friends will be very, very glad to see that. So pretty. So not only the snowdrops, spring is on the way. I also noticed, and I thought this is a fantastic idea. Oh, I'm going to be scaring off the parakeets now. Look at the parakeets in a cage. Look at this feeder that Catherine's done. This is such a great idea. She's put the feeder, she's hung it inside one of these 5-litre water bottles. So the little birds, the finches, tits, that sort of thing, they can just about get in here for a feed. But what I'm guessing is that's stopping the squirrels. So you can see the one there, that's like a commercially bought one. What a great idea, Catherine. I wonder if it's working. Here's hoping. And seeing these two today has reminded me I need to fill up my bird feeders too. The parakeets are shouting at me because I've moved them off the feeder. Look at them down there on her. Let me see if I can close you in a bit on them. They're on her lovely espaliered fruit trees. I mean, what a ridiculous sight in the United Kingdom to have such bright green... Oh, they're having a right good feed there. To have such bright green parrots living wild in London. There are so many stories about where they originally came from, and no one really knows. They don't know how to make a racket, but you know what? I find it quite cheerful. Oh, beautiful. That beautiful deep pink bill. A slight change of position because I don't know why I'm whispering. Rusty's asleep. Oh, I've woken him up. I was going to say Rusty's asleep right in the middle of the daybed. Hey, gorgeous boy. Oh, he's awake. Yeah, good boy. Do you know what? What a gorgeous afternoon. The light is going. It's going really, really quickly now, as it does at this time of year. I'm only halfway through what I planned to do today because of such a late start, because of waiting for the rain to stop this morning. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care that I'm only halfway through, because these are the kind of days that I absolutely love and treasure in the garden. Company, friends, giggles, people being a bit... Everyone's been so giddy. I think it's like, you know what it reminds me of, actually? It's like, you know, after the long school summer holidays and you come back to school in September and everyone's like... That's kind of what we've been like today, except we are the oldest school school returners ever. It's just been wonderful. Everyone's been so effusive with their emotions of happiness to see each other. Lots of chatter, lots of giggles, lots of, oh, have you seen this? Oh, look at that. Sharing going on, just not necessarily sharing stuff, but sharing the showing of things. So you know what, even if I had done absolutely zero in the garden today, I would still be going home really, really happy for the fact of the joy of companionship. Wow, I've really missed it. So, oh my goodness, that tea lily, I have no idea how that's going to all turn out. Time will tell. If the one in the herb bed doesn't do anything, never mind. If the one at the top of my pot where my pot sign lives, if I've killed that, I don't know, I will be persona non grata with quite a few people. I just have to replace it really quickly. Fingers firmly crossed. All right, my lovelies, I've got a massive tidying up to do, just looking beyond you, out of the shed door. Rake, fork, I was going to say spoon, spade, trug, stuff everywhere. So it'll take me a little while to tidy up, pack up, also to pack up my my own bits and bobs to take home. What a great day, what a great day. So look, I will see you all again really soon, I hope. What am I going to be doing next time? Oh, I know, yes. I think next time I'm in the garden, I'm going to sort out my plot signpost. It's just sitting outside the shed for now. Sort that out. Sort out the bird feeders. Isn't that a great little thing that Catherine's made? The cover. As I was over there, Gary also came over. And he'd seen Catherine putting it up yesterday, and she was saying apparently she's trying to stop the parakeets. There's me filming the parakeets and saying how lovely they are. But at the moment there's too much of the feeder sticking out the bottom, so that needs to be shrunk a bit. But yeah, so where are we? Plot sign, bird feeders. I think also I might tackle, you know, all the metal poles that are sticking out and they're all kind of mashed together at the back of the path that runs behind my deck and my neighbours. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'm in the mood for that kind of like, yeah, get it out, get it done with, fix stuff, woo! Right, I'm starting to waffle now, aren't I? It's because I'm giddy. It's because I'm giddy on the energy from my friends. So, I'm going to shut up. I can't keep it up for long. I'll see you all again soon. Until then, please look after yourselves. Please watch your footing in your gardens if you're as muddy as me. Until next time, bye for now.